up, everybody? Welcome back to the Old Farts Garage. And today we got another review. All right. So what I have here is the Bauer 5-speed benchtop drill press. All right. And yeah, it's not the biggest. It's actually the smallest drill press they have, which is fine with me because I'm not a mechanic 24/7. I'm just a tinker in the garage type guy. And for as often as I'm going to use this, this is perfect for me. All right. And now whether or not it's going to last long or whether or not it's good, that's to say, you know, as time goes. But anyways, it's the 8-inch benchtop drill press from Bauer, sold at Harbor Freight. And it has it's a 2.3 amp. Hola!
Hola!
The wife just walked in the middle of my review. So say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There you go.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, it has a 2.3 amp motor on it. Voltage. 1/3 horsepower motor on it, and it's 750 to 3,200 RPMs. Okay, and it's electrical. So, doggone it, let's open it up and see what happens. Oh, it says too that it comes with a LED work light for optimal visibility. Okay, so let's crack that open and see what we're dealing with. All right. Open this side over here. Let's see what's in the box. All right, move it over here to the side. I don't got a big table today because I got my doors, my truck doors, on my workbench. So I got to use this little folding table. But anyways, right off the bat on top, as everything else that we've ever owned, you have your manual. Okay, so it's the Bauer 5-speed 8-inch benchtop drill press. All right, and the item number or whatever product number is 21221E/B. All right, if you guys want to look it up, but all you gotta do is just look up 8-inch drill press. All right, so here we have, all right, a cast iron base. All right, let's go ahead and pull that out of there. What are you doing? My dog Maddie. She's over here causing havoc behind me. So anyways, got your cast iron base. All right, it's fairly heavy, good and sturdy. All right, we have mounting bolts. Yep, we got mounting bolts there, and then we got the handles for the spindle. Okay, let me take those out of there just to show you. All right, there's 3 of them. All right, so you got your 3 little handle things you screw into your thingamajigger to raise and lower the drill. Then you have your drilling base. I guess that's what you call it. I mean, I don't know, I haven't. All right. So you get your base that you sit on your pedestal, okay, so that You know, you can work uh, your metal and whatever else you're drilling. It also has a little gauge there because behind it there's a little bolt there that you loosen, and you can turn the table, you know, to whatever angle you want, you know, side to side, whatever degree of angle you're drilling and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then in this little box here, see what we got. Oh, you got your chuck. Okay, Chuck. I don't know who Chuck is, but he's a pretty heavy metal dude. Look at that. There's your Chuck right there for your drill bits. And then Chuck comes with the key. There's Chuck's key. All right. So we'll set those aside. All right. So that's what's on top. And then you got this little styrofoam thing. All right. Inside here, you have your pedestal, however you guys want to pronounce that. I don't know. It's up to you. Okay. We'll go ahead and, what the hell? Jeez. It's got all this oil coating on it, so it's kind of, so the plastic's sticking to the metal. But there you have it. You get your pedestal. Okay, and that's going to mount on the, right there on the base. So let's set that down. We'll mount it in a bit here. All right, and then last but not least, all right, let me get it out of here. Make sure there's nothing else underneath here. Nope. All right. Set this down right here so it doesn't go all over the world. All right, you have your drill press motor. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can pull it out of here without dropping it. Bear with me. Okay, so here we go. There you go. It's nice and heavy. You got your little work light to light up what you're working on. Off and on switch. Okay. Your cord, your motor. Here you got your cover. Pull it off. You can set your speeds okay. You can set your speeds inside there by moving that belt up and down. So, but anyways, before I show you some more, let me just go ahead and put this together and we'll cut you back in. Okay, so as you can see, I got it all put together. Yeah, not bad. Looks pretty good, huh? Yep. I got a 1/4-inch bit on there now. And we're going to go ahead and let me give you a little tour around it, and then we'll go ahead and test it out. Okay, so you've got your work table or platform or whatever you want to call it. And again, like I said, underneath this, okay, there's a 9/16 bolt. You loosen that up and you can tilt your work table any way you want. Okay, back here, all right, you have this thing here where you can loosen up your table and lower it and raise it up and down the pedestal. You got your cord, all right. Okay, here you have your little work light, okay, and underneath the start button there's a little switch there, and that turns your light on, and that way you can see what you're doing. Okay, this here is your off and on. Okay, you can see it's very quiet. All right, and I'm right up against I mean, I'm only not even a foot away from it. I'm right up against it. Got my microphone in my pocket. You see how it's quiet. It's really not that noisy. It's just like a mellow hum. Okay. And this side, all right. You got your little wheel that lowers and raises your drill bit. And this thing actually has a very strong spring to it. And I found that out when I did it. It slipped out of my hand and it just came back real fast. So this is very strong spring, okay, for lowering and raising it and everything. Of course, your cast iron base. Here you have your, this is just a little handle you hold on to and you pop it up, all right. And here you got your speeds adjustments. Okay, it doesn't have like an outside speed adjustment or anything. What it is you got these two different spindles here, and it's got 5 slots, okay, all up and down. And what you do is you move this belt to whatever spindle, whatever groove you want, and that gives you your speed. All right, let me take it off of here real quick so show you. All right, so as you can see, all right, I have it set right now for 1500 RPMs. Okay, here it tells you, your RPM, what your RPMs are on each groove of the spindle. Here on this side, all right, it tells you what RPM to have it on for what, like size metal or wood or whatever you're working on to use. All right, so there you have that and that. And like I said, in here, that's just the, you just to go ahead and adjust it whichever way you want. Okay. See. All right, and that's all that is in there. And then this just snaps closed. Okay. So that's what that is. And here you have, this loosens up and adjusts, however, if you ever need to replace the motor or move it anywhere else, that's what this is right here. That's just your motor mount. Okay. Let's come back around again. Nothing around there, nothing around there, just, your light and more of your motor mount and stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and test it out. All right. All right, so what we have set up here to test it with, okay, it's just a piece of actual bed frame, which is some pretty thick metal, okay, and I have it set right now, I have it set at 1500 RPMs, and the reason I'm using this bed rail, this piece of bed rail, is because that's kind of like the thickest piece of metal that I have around, which is, it's pretty good. It's strong. It's, it's good strong metal to test it out on and everything. Now, I don't know how sharp my bits are. I mean, geez, I've actually never sharpened my bits, but let's go ahead and find out what we got going on here. Okay, we got the bed rail. I got a piece of aluminum tubing, square tubing, okay, and that's just aluminum. And then we're going to do some wood, okay, and we'll see how all that works out. All right, turn our little work light here on so you guys can see how this works. Flick it on. Now, I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure on it, but like I said, I don't know how good my bit is, and it's starting to cut through. Okay, don't want to force it. Like I say, my bits aren't the greatest bits in the world. I guess I should maybe invest in a bit sharpener or something. Yeah, so Okay. Yeah, this bit's not the best thing in the world, so. Well, let me go ahead and change this bit, get a better bit to work with, all right, and see how we do with that. Okay, so we changed the bit. Hopefully this one will cut, okay, and we'll have better results with it. So let's continue our little test here. Oh, kind of force it there a little bit. Okay, so obviously at 1500 RPMs, either my bits aren't worth a hoot, or this is some pretty thick metal. Okay, it is. I mean, bed rail is it's some pretty thick metal. Let me go ahead and take this one out. So as we saw, it's the bed rail is pretty strong stuff. Okay, and that's only at 1500 RPMs. All right, so I'm gonna leave it on that. Okay, and I'm sure if I raise the RPMs on this, we probably could get through that bed rail, no problem. But let me go ahead and put this aluminum on there, this aluminum square tube, and see how we do with that. Okay, it's not a big fail. That's why we test things like this. All right. This is only a test. All right, and if we don't test things like this, how are we supposed to know what our machinery is capable of doing, right? You guys all know what I'm talking about. Okay, and see, now I know that if I'm gonna drill through some bed railing, I'm gonna have to either get some better bits or up the RPMs on my drill press. Okay, so here we go with the aluminum tubing. Look at that, huh? That just went right through it like butter. Okay, that's just good old aluminum tubing, square tube. So you can see the difference between the rail, the bed rail metal, which is very thick steel, and this little aluminum tubing. How easily it just went right through it like it was nothing, and to where it struggled with the bed rail. Okay, so at least I know my bits are sharp enough to go through some aluminum and stuff like that, and I'm sure they'll no problem go through sheet metal and stuff like that, because that's really, I don't do heavy duty stuff like that. I mean, that bed rail, I just happen to have that piece there. It's not like I do big old projects with, you know, that thick of a metal or even that type of steel. So let's go ahead and change this, and you know what, and let's drill some holes in some wood with this Forstner drill bit. And I'm changing it here in front of the camera so that you guys can see, you know, how quick and easy that actually is. Okay. And yeah, I know a lot of us already, you know, have an idea of what, you know, how these work and everything, but there is a lot of people, you know, me included, you know, that have just either started, you know, their life as a homeowner, or, you know, doing a restoration, or just things in general that we go buy tools so that we could do whatever project we're wanting to do, but we still need to know how to work the basics, okay? And it's people like you and me doing these reviews that help them, you know, decide, do I want to buy that, you know, that 8-inch drill press? Is that going to work for me or not? I don't know. Small stuff this is perfect for me. Okay, that's me, because I don't do a whole lot of heavy duty stuff, like I said, you know. And for somebody who may be looking to start a business or something like that, this may not be for you, but, you know, at least it gives you an idea of what this could do. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into some wood. Look at that. Piece of cake, huh? I mean, that was so smooth, you know? Look at that. That was so smooth. Hell yeah. See, now this kind of stuff, wood and stuff like that's right up my alley. This is gonna work perfect for me for stuff like this. Okay, see? Look at that. It just went right through it like butter. I mean, piece of cake. So this is definitely a game changer for me. At least I can get straight holes now instead of trying to do it with a regular handheld drill, you know. And I'm pleased with it. Okay, y'all, so that was my review on the Bauer 8-inch 5-speed bench top drill press, okay, from Harbor Freight. And I will put the link in the description, okay? And like I said earlier, you could, you know, we do these reviews for people who don't know, you know, because I watch reviews all the time too before I go buy a tool, all right? And if it's not what I, you know, want, then I'm not going to go buy it, you know. If it's a good review, if the people are honest with their reviews and stuff, and actually show you what, you know, the pros and cons, you know, then that's, you know, that's how we decide whether we want it or not. And I showed you, you know, it's not going to go, you know, well, it will if I had a better bit, and maybe if I turned up the RPMs on just a piece of bed rail. This is some heavy duty steel, okay? And it's actually let me see, where's it at? Where's my piece of aluminum? Oh, here it is. Yeah, right here. Okay. See? You see the difference in the thickness. Okay. This bed rail is just a slight thicker than this aluminum, but this is aluminum. This is steel. All right? And it drilled right through this like butter. Okay? Could not get it to go through that. And I kept it on the same RPM to test it that way, you know. I'm sure that maybe if I turn up the RPMs on this and get a better drill bit, guaranteed it'll go through that, okay? And then for wood, no problem, okay? Get that Forstner bit on there and it just blew right through it like it's nothing. At perfect RPM for that. You know, and I went with that, with the 1500, because that's kind of the midway point for, you know, higher and lower RPMs, you know, and for what I'm going to be using it for, that's going to be basically about where I'm going to have it at all times. Okay. And this one here, I got it during their Christmas sales for $89 or $80, something like that. But with the blue, with your membership, it went down to $79. Okay. So that's actually what I got it up for, was $79. Okay. I mean, they're always on sale, you know, throughout the year. And like I said again, for what I'm going to be using it for my needs, this is just right. I don't need something huge and, you know, where I'm going to have to plug in a, you know, 30 amp, you know, outlet or something. I don't need that. I just need something simple and small like this. It's perfect for the kind of tinkering that I do in my garage. So anyways, that's my review. I hope it helps you guys, you know, and I hope you decide whether or not you want it. That's up to you. And like I said, you know, I'm not going to edit any of the, you know, the cons out of it, and then, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You saw what happened. The bit got stuck because the steel's too thick for that at that speed. So that's what happens, you know. And I'd rather you see it here on my review than for you to go home, try it out, and find out that it you know, it's not going to go through that kind of steel. Okay. But anyways, thanks for watching. That's my review on the Bauer 8-inch 5-speed benchtop drill. And appreciate you guys for subscribing and following my channel. Let's go ahead and have a great year this year. Let's have, you know, make 2024 our best year yet. And appreciate you guys all, and hope you all continue to follow my restoration on my truck. And until next time, y'all have a good day, and God bless.